everyone, welcome back to Louise Plus 10, hope you're all well. So in today's video everybody, we're going to do it a bit different. You know, you've seen loads of cleaning videos. Some people struggle to know what to clean first in the house if they're not particularly used to doing it. What I thought I'd do is take you for a walk with me around the house live, and I'll just run through the things that I do every day to keep on top of things. Hope you enjoy the video. So we're going to start off in the kitchen where we are. And let's have a look. Let's go for a walk, see what needs doing. So if I'm in the kitchen, I first start off by doing the mound of dishes that you can see before you. I'll make sure the sink's all clean first, then I'll wash dry and I'll put them away. So you can see a couple of boxes of cereal next to the sink. Obviously they need to go away. You can also see that my windowsill's a bit cluttered, so obviously those things will be put back where they belong. Over here we have a huge mound of homeschooling work. Now it's there because I've had to sort out the big homeschooling box and I've had to now separate the 2020 work from the 2021 work. Also, we've got a meeting with the local authority next week, so obviously all the kids' work will be scrutinised and they will deem us either satisfactory or unsatisfactory. Last year was satisfactory, we passed with flying colours, which was absolutely fantastic. But I'm going to have to find a home for these when I start my cleaning, because obviously they cannot stay there. We have a pan over here, so my 18-year-old cooked himself something last night and he didn't bother washing up as usual, so I'll have to see to that. And then there's a loaf of bread and then like half a loaf of bread here too. They don't belong there, they belong in the cupboard, so we'll have to put those away. We've got a big mound of recycling on the shelf. Now 2 or 3 times a day that all gets taken out. Obviously it's first thing in the morning, so there's always a lot, so they're going to have to all be taken out. You can see I've emptied the rubbish, put a fresh bin bag in, so of course that needs to go out. My handbag on the windowsill, that does not belong there, so that'll have to go away. And then we've got my cleaning cloths from one of my jobs. They need to go back. We've got some teddies here, which are Poppy's. She loves the teddies. Hey guys, what are you doing?
Working.
You're doing your homeschooling?
Yeah.
Yay. Right, so while the kids are homeschooling, we'll go for a little walk around the house, see what we can see. Obviously on a daily basis, when all this has been done in the kitchen, all the sides will then be wiped, all the floors will be hoovered and mopped. There's washing in at the moment, and then as you can see, there's a basket full of other washing. So all that gets sorted. So we're going to have a walk into Ashley and Wesley's room. Ashley and Wesley aren't in there at the moment. They're homeschooling, as you can see. Say hi, kids.
Hi.
Frankie is in here and she should be doing her homework online with her teacher. So let's go and have a little look. Hey, Frankie.
Hi.
You all right?
Yeah.
So yeah, she's doing homeschooling online with her teacher along with her friends. They're all homeschooling. Lots of kids are homeschooling at the moment, aren't they? You know, it's quite difficult. They're all at different ages and we need to try and make sure we're doing work with the homeschool kids that are appropriate for their age, so they're all being challenged. So on a daily basis in here, I would come in, I would make these beds properly. You can see they've attempted it, but they're not all tucked in nice. We would hoover the floors in here, and I would polish, etc. So moving on, you'll remember I told you I do the deep cleaning once a week. And it's just the basic cleaning up every day, which still there's 101 jobs to do, which makes, you know, one massive job. So in the hallway, we would hoover in here, we would polish. There's dinosaurs on the floor, they would get picked up. Bits of Lego, obviously, things like that would be picked up. Anything that shouldn't be in here would be picked up and put away. The mat's not straight, that would be straightened. And then there's this sequined mermaid tail thing. That's what Frankie wears. It's like a blanket. That shouldn't be on the train track. Straightening the pictures up, polishing, you know, things like that. So we're going to head upstairs. right now. So obviously up here I only hoover probably 3-4 times a week. Sometimes you might get a day where the kids have just trashed the place. It might need doing a couple of times in one day. Basically I don't have a rota, as you know. I do it all by eye. So if the floors are dirty, they'll get hoovered. If there's stains on the hard flooring, they'll get marked. Yeah, just polishing, hoovering mainly. So we'll go in the toilet. What I would do on a daily basis in here is I would clean all the toilet, the windowsill, the mirror, mop the floor, hoover it, and you know, this toilet roll holder that I bought not long ago, it should have like 4 full toilet rolls on it. I think it looks quite messy with only a couple on it, so I would fill those up daily too. Toilet roll on the floor. In the bathroom, I would hoover and mop daily in here. I would clean the sink, I would clean the bath. And it doesn't look too bad in here, but when you get close up to things, excuse my reflection in the mirror, you can see how dirty the mirror is. So that has to be cleaned a couple of times a day, because I will do it first thing in the morning, and then the elder kids will get up a bit later and it will all get splashed again, and so that gets done a couple of times a day. The sink will get cleaned. You can see this dinosaur here, that doesn't belong here. Ooh, maybe it's been accompanying the kids when they brush the teeth. And you can see little things like this, look how dirty that is. It's filthy. That gets cleaned every day, and it is just KO'd again this morning. So anything that looks dirty, you know, sinks, toilets, floors, the bath, it's not too bad. However, I've noticed this big build up of shampoos here where the kids are getting them out of the bathroom cupboard and they can't be bothered to put them back. And some of them prefer certain types of shampoo, so they've accumulated, they need putting it back. And then this radiator in the bathroom, I like to see a couple of really neatly folded towels on there, and of course it's accumulating all sorts of crap, clothes mainly, just thrown over there. And radiators like this really attract dust, so I don't like to see that. So we're going to move on to the girls' room. So this is now Frankie and Chelsea's room, as you've probably noticed with the swap around. And I guarantee you they've got that awful big gold cover on the beds that doesn't belong here. And they've probably swapped the room around again, which, as you can see, they did do, literally. Not even 24 hours after doing that surprise video from me where they got it all lovely, they swapped the room around again and pushed the beds together to make a double bed. And now they've got this awful duvet throw thing on their bed. And this was ours when we had the gold and black room. What else have we got? So they have a teddy on the floor. They have a pile of things on the floor there in the corner. And I don't know if you noticed on one of my videos when I was actually doing a clean up, but I ripped some wallpaper off by mistake when I was pulling stickers off the wall. So I'm going to have to repaint that. And then they've got a bottle on the windowsill and some wrappers, which isn't too bad, but obviously they need removing, it needs hoovering, it needs tidying up. So let's move on to Riley's room. Oh, we've got a lollipop stick on the floor here. And we have a box of Poppy's ponies that have been sat in the corner there for quite a while. They need sorting and putting in a nicer basket. It looks like we have some ink or something on this banister. I don't know what that is. Oh, it seems to be brushing off quite quickly. We're going to head into Riley's room. He should be doing his schoolwork online. Let's turn the light on. Hi, Riley.
Hello.
What are you up to?
I'm doing my work.
You're doing your work. Good lad. Yeah, so Riley keeps his room quite tidy, to be fair. It's only a little tiny room. If you remember, it was Riley's, and then we decorated it because then Keegan came in here, and now it's Riley's again. But he keeps his room really quite tidy. He's quite a good lad, really. Aren't you, Riley? So what are you learning about?
Maths.
Maths. Riley's quite a genius, aren't you?
Not really.
Not really. Right, I'll see you soon.
Oh.
Okay, so we're going to go to the other side of the house now. So I think we've established hoovering, polishing, putting things where they belong, you know, on a daily basis. It might be that you have to do it several times a day to keep it great. But that's what I do. I just keep doing it every time I'm passing. If I see something, you know, if I'm bathing the children, I'll clean the bathroom whilst I'm doing that at night time. So we're in the living room. Nothing much happens in here, as you know. It's an abandoned room at the moment. We don't really bother sitting in here. At night time, I just sort of sit in my room and watch telly in there. But yeah, I'll come in here a couple of times a week, really. Probably only twice because it's an unused room, and just keep on top of the dust. I'll polish and hoover. And that's about it. So we're going to go back through to the other side of the house now. I can't walk too fast because it makes the footage very shaky, as you've seen from previous footage. So I think little Keegan's in here watching a bit of TV. Hey Keegan!
Hi.
You alright?
Yeah.
Good. So what I tend to do in here on a daily basis is I will lift the rug every day, shake it. I'll hoover in here, I'll polish in here, you know, hoover the sofas, and it's just a matter of looking around, because I do things by eye, and anything that looks out of place or anything that's dirty, it will just get cleaned. So we're in the dining room now, and on a daily basis I always have to polish this table because it's wooden and it really does collect the dust. So on a daily basis I'm looking for anything out of place. So you know, all the books on the bookshelf, if they're not all in line, they'll all get put straight. All the shoes, as you can see, they're all just kicked in. I like them to all be neat. The table gets polished on a daily basis, and the chairs, and then I'm just hoovering and mopping. If there was any marks on the mirror there, I would wipe them. Any visible marks on any walls, they would get wiped. And we're in the bottom of the annex now, and as you can see I've not done the floors yet, they're a mess. So in here, I'm sort of hoovering every day, a couple of times a day. I'll be mopping. If I see the mirror's got marks on it, because the kids will use this mirror to dry the hair with the hairdryer sometimes, that will get cleaned and wiped. And polishing on the windowsills there as you walk through, they will get wiped. And anything else that just looks out of place. These stairs leading to the annex, as you can see, they're really quite worn, you can see here. But they accumulate so much dust. So what I tend to do on a daily basis is all these will get mopped. And you can see under here, under the actual stairs, the dust that accumulates there is really bad. So that has to be done every day as well. So off we go up to the annex, and we're going to go in the bathroom first. So in here, doesn't look too bad, does it, the sink? Because this is now our bathroom, so it gets done quite often. Because we swapped rooms around the house, you know, it's done a lot. I mean, if I come up to this bathroom and the kids have used it, you know, it'll be kept tidy several times a day. If I see marks, I'll just wipe it. We've got a Peppa Pig toy there, that's made its way in here. Toilet rolls on the windowsill. Yeah, it's quite tidy. But on a daily basis, the sink's done, the toilet's done, it's mopped, it's hoovered. So we're heading into Poppy's room. She's tried to do her bed, but obviously it's not neat, is it? So obviously on a daily basis, things like the beds need to be made. You can see toys on the floor here, pillow type of cushion on the floor there. She's tried to open her curtains, but they're not neat, so obviously things like that would need to be done on a daily basis. It's just about generally picking up things that don't belong, making the beds neat, polishing if you need to. And that's about it. So we'll head off into my room. Obviously my bed's not made, I've left it so that I can show you. But you might look and think this room doesn't look so bad. But you can see the difference when the bed's not been made. There's a cushion on the floor and a blanket. Yeah, and Chelsea is doing her work in here at the moment, online work. So yeah, in here, you know, the basics like hoovering the floor, mopping the floor, making your bed properly, taking any rubbish down that doesn't belong. There's pyjamas on the bed here, they should be taken down. So it's just, again, it's all about the basics in order to keep a clean, routine home, as you can see. So if we see what Chelsea's up to.
Hi.
She's eating a lollipop. A lollipop at this time of the morning, Chelsea. Honestly.
Get hungry during schoolwork.
You should be eating your proper breakfast.
I'll have my breakfast.
You've had your breakfast. Oh. Yeah, so yeah, she's doing schoolwork. Obviously all the desk needs polishing. It's one of those awful black ones, so yeah.
See all the dirt on it.
So that is exactly what I get up to on a daily basis. And probably hundreds more jobs to add to that, which I don't get to tell you about. So there you go. So we're just going to go in Carlin's bedroom. Now that it's really quite sunny in here, so I do apologise if you can't see things very well. So we've got some books on the shelf here. And if you come in, it's not horrendous. I mean, don't get me wrong, because I keep on top of things, you know, on a daily basis, several times a day. I mean, I'm always picking something up, but you can see there's some toys on the floor. So they just need putting back in the toy box. And the curtains aren't right. The bed, oh bless him, you know, he's only 6 and he's really tried to make the bed properly, but you can see the mattress sheet isn't on properly. And for some reason he's got Poppy's pink pillows instead of his red and white pillows. And you know, the duvet and the bed all needs tucking in nicely. And then you've just got a few things on the floor down there, as you can see. So yeah, it's just all about, you know, picking things up that don't belong where they are, things that don't belong on the floor, making the beds neater. And it's just keeping on top of these little silly jobs that keep things looking good, you know. And it could mean you're doing it several times a day, but that's just what I do to keep on top of everything. And then it never gets, you know, majorly out of control. You'll never see filth and crumbs and trodden in food or anything like that, because I just don't allow things like that. So yeah, just a few simple jobs, you know, and you'd be amazed just how much difference it actually makes. Right everybody, that is the tour done, so you now know what I need to do on a daily basis to keep the house in order. So I've got loads of stuff to be getting on with now. I've got to go and clean all this mess, and I've also got to homeschool the kids, as well as everything else we have to do as a mummy. So I really hope you enjoyed the video. I really hope it gives you a few tips, you know, what you should do to keep your house in order. And I hope it's been really helpful for you. You take care everyone, and I shall see you in Thursday's Clean and Glean. Bye.